All right, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. Tonight we've got SmileyFaceJane playing another round of peak performances. We had a fun one last night with the 1977 Oakland Athletics. Tonight will be a 2016, but first I wanted to go ahead and update my PT26 standings. The new standings came out today. This was week one. I have added in my new team that I created to demonstrate that you can be competitive in tournaments, including traditional non-draft tournaments, even if you're new, with just a thousand or a couple thousand perfect points, under 1,000 for Iron Live and Iron Late. Late Iron has no variance, and under about I think 1,500 or maybe even under 1,000 for Live Bronze, and under 2,000 for Late Bronze. Late Bronze also has no variance. Nervanky, thank you for the scritches for Crouton. Delivering the scritches now. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy boy. These are Nerd of Anarchy scritches. So I do have to go back and fill in week one. This team was created during week one. So it won't have a full kind of shot. So it's you won't get a very clear picture of the qualification, but I think by the time we get to week four, it should have a decent shot of qualifying. Speckle comes in, the first thing she hears is thank you for the scritches. I know. They were created for Speckle. I feel a little bad. Okay, so here we go. I was keeping an eye on Monday Night History Lesson. We've got a team headed to round three. The fun thing about this team being in round three is if we can advance two more rounds. So we've already advanced to round three. If we can advance to round four, there's a chance we would. Oh, I thought there was a chance we were going to meet kind of 360, but kind of just got knocked out of round two. So we're hoping to make a run though. We're in round three. Our opponents are going to go to game 9, so we should have a chance. Speckle, I'm starting to finally feel better. I still have some chills right now and had a lot of fatigue during the day, but like hoping to turn the corner today. So let's go ahead and check out how this new team did in the first week of qualification. And SmileyFaceJane is here. She's the one who's going to be playing tonight. Alright, so this team is playing Iron and Bronze. This team is playing both. My other teams either play Iron or Bronze or Silver. This is the only team I have that's playing two levels. Two levels of cards, one level of PTCS qualifying. So we're just going to look for it because it's going to be pretty far out. Oh no, look at this. We're already in 132nd place in week one, and that wasn't even a full week. Okay, so really there's no reason a new player can't compete. So this is a team, like they're out of qualifying position, but it wasn't even a full week. I would hazard to guess that with a full week they might have been in the top 128. They're only 4 places out. What was the cutoff thing? Because I have the cutoff here as being 36 points in week one. Let's see. This is still week one. I'm not week two. We'll look at in a second. Oh, it was 42 points. It was I think 36 was from PTCS 10. Okay, in that case, let me make sure I have my cutoffs right then. Silver, gold. Oh no. Okay, I see the problem. I was looking at week 2. Week 1, it probably was 36 points. In week 1, okay. Week 1, we're in 231st place. And this is not a complete week. We still got 19 points. And the cutoff probably was 36 points. Yeah, okay. That was right. So with a partial week, we are not in qualifying position. But that's not to be... okay, so then with Draft Weekly, this team also plays Draft Weekly. 2 weeks ago was week 1. That was a problem. Okay. They were already in qualifying position. 68th place. Fantastic. Not a full week. Not a full week, already qualifying position. Okay, so this is our revised week 1 now with the new team added, right? They're not qualifying yet in Iron and Bronze. They are qualifying in Draft Weekly. So now we're going to update for week 2. And we'll start with Iron Bronze. This is for the period. Actually, let's see. Let's see if any of our teams made the top 20. There's McCad Card 8th. McCad Card 18th. McCad Card 20th. McCad Card 21st. McCad Card 26th. Hey, look, we're in the first page. 30th and 31st place. Not bad. No bonus clubhouse stars, but we made the first page. That's always nice. Okay, for the period, this is weeks 1 and 2 combined. The top 50 will get bonus clubhouse stars at the end of qualification, not right now. All right, there we are in 26th place. Oh, thank you, SmileyFaceJane. There we are in 26th place with Georgia Tech on my mind. And 250 points. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, yeah. That's a lot of points and still only be in 26th place. Man. These tournaments, it's good that there's so much competition, but 28th place for the dead balls. That's 243 points. Okay, we'll go to page 2. Again, the top 50 would get points, clubhouse stars at the end of the cycle here. There's T. Davis in 32nd place. There's Dono at 44th place. All right, just out of clubhouse stars would be our Low Diamond Phillips team in 53rd place. With 157 points. I have been feeling like these bronze line rosters are a little stale, so I'm going to be updating those. I might do them on stream, but most likely do them off stream because we've got SmileyFaceJane has another run tomorrow. She's redeemed a 4th. I don't know if she wants to do that Tuesday or not. Or no, tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah, so I'm probably going to update those rosters off stream. There's the Llamas in 66th place. So yeah, we have had slippage out of the top 50, but that's okay. But definitely a sign that I think those rosters are getting a little stale. And then I don't know where this new team is going to be, so let's just look at the cutoff. 128th place. The cutoff is 81 points. So the cutoff more than doubled. So a lot of competition that week. I think part of it is there are new tournaments, right? So there's more points up for grabs. Okay, and then let's find this team. $168th, not bad. We're already in the top 200. So we've gone from that red now to the orange to indicate that we are now just out of qualifying position. Okay, so this is what we look like now. All right, so that team went from out of the top 200 to now within the top 200, but out of qualifying position, but definitely trending in the right direction. And they have 81 points. 81 points is the cutoff, so 21 points out of the qualifying. Yeah, I was probably typing this in, and I was typing it in here by mistake. All right, let's do silver gold. Now these teams just play silver. I don't think we'll be in the top 20. There's not much chance that. There's AW at 9th. There's Kitty Poo Poo at 11th. There's Max LP80 at 13th. There's SmileyFaceJane at 16th. T Davis at 20th. Let's look at the period now. Now, both teams were in the top 34 last time around. Hey, look at that. We've moved up to 29th place now. Nice. The only big change I had on those silver teams is I added a fully boosted Ken Phelps to a couple of my rosters. And then Franchise Time Machine. Where's that one? 36th place. So we slipped 2 spots in that one. The other team moved up 7 spots. And the new cutoff is Fee with 81 points. So just about doubled. Week 1 was 40 points, so that one just doubled. That's what it looks like now compared to week 1. Not much change there in the silver gold. Okay, we'll do draft daily now. Actually, tournament weekly. Are we qualifying anywhere? Let's see. The main account, no, 317th place. Phonics, no. Low Diamond Phillips is just out. That was the one I was worried about, so that. Oh no, Georgia Tech on my mind is in qualifying position. Oh, that's from bronze. There's 2 bronze Sunday tournaments that I enter. There's Sunday Fun Day and bronze cap, Sunday cap or something. So we'll have to keep an eye on that because that'll be another roster I have to build, and it's a roster I'm going to get crushed in because weekly is usually open, and I do not have the cards for that. But I also don't want to Gym Unknown it, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, draft daily. Hey, Texican, we're just doing some PTCS qualification updates before we go to SmileyFaceJane's game tonight. SmileyFaceJane is going to be playing peak performances again, where she can take any historic team and replace 5 players with peak versions of themselves. All right, so draft day. Let's see what happened this week. We usually don't grind enough to make the top 20 here, but here we are in 38th place for the week. All right, so 38th place, we played 35 tournaments. A lot of these top teams are playing 50, 47, 55, 55. That's more than 50% more tournaments than I'm able to get into. So part of it's like I just play the tournaments I like because I don't want it to feel like a grind. But also like I don't have time to just keep entering the next open one, which I think I asked Kitty Poo Poo, it's like, is that how you do it? And he was like, yeah, you just keep like churning and keep entering in the next one. And yeah, so that's great though. I mean, you have to not only do you have to get in a lot, you have to do well, right? They've all spiked first places. Their average positionings are pretty good, very good. So it's not just that they're churning a lot, but I can't even get the first part of the equation. I can't even churn a lot, and my average placement is pretty poor compared to them. So that goes to show, even if I could churn a lot, I wouldn't be up there with them. All right, so Georgia Tech I mind 38th place. We actually moved up a couple spots with 96 points. Oh no, sorry, this is the week. This is the week. After the top 20, we have to look at the period. We have to look at the period. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to be in the first screen for that. There we go. 34th place with 196 points. Okay, that's pretty good. And then my other team, we were in 42nd place last week. Looks like, oh no, we're in 40th place. We actually moved up a couple spots. Nice. 186 points. And the cutoff is D. Trodden, the Weston Whoppers with 122. So the cutoff less than doubled after 2 weeks. So is Draft Daily finally slowing down? All right, so that's what that looks like week with 2 periods, 2 weeks in the period. Oh, this actually goes over here. I just realized. This new team is playing weeklies, not dailies. Okay. Okay, so then let's look at Draft Weekly. Yes, Texican. I have 7. I just created a 7th team. The reason I created the 7th team is in Iron and Bronze. It's playing with all teams I built for under 2,000 perfect points. No variants, and just to show that like you can jump in now because there are a lot of new players. You can jump in now and still be competitive in tournaments. So I created that team. We're going to keep track of it and see if it actually qualifies for PTCS. Not that that's like the goal of everybody, but I think that's a good way of showing that like, you can create a new team, not spend a ton of perfect points and still have fun and be competitive. Check out Sporer number 2 in Draft Weekly. Wow, AW too number 3. Mr. Audit I kind of expect to see up there. This was funny in Lap's stream. He was like, "What? Who is 5L Fall Champ 2025? The Ontario Onions." That was D King who did win the 5L championship. So that was pretty funny. That was great. There's Justin at number 12. We see Justin sometimes in the late night stream. There's Kynan360 getting some clubhouse stars for this week, finishing 20th. Nice. Oh, look, this is my new team. Just outside the top 20. This is a team I created. So what I've been trying to demonstrate is you can play live tournaments. There's no card disadvantage. You can play late iron and late bronze. There's no variance, and so other than the LEs and some of the PTCS cards, you're not at a disadvantage, and you can build those rosters very inexpensively. And then you can play tournaments. You can play perfect drafts where there's no card disadvantage, at least no card disadvantage going in. Of course, there's RNG, but you can take those winnings from your tournaments and then use the clubhouse stars to add some nice clubhouse star cards to your tournament teams. And so this team spiked a win. In week 1, they had a second place finish, so this team will actually be pretty high in the overall standings, I think, for the period. So let's see. So for the period, this is 2 weeks in. There's Spore at number 2. Oh, there's my main team at number 12. Nice. 12th place with 91 points. We are behind AW in 9th place. There's Kind of 360 in 17th place. There's the new team, Franchise, 27th place. Right, so a new player could have come in and done this because it doesn't require any cards. Perfect draft entries are free. And I think so far I've won over 700 clubhouse stars with that team. And that buys a lot of clubhouse stars for bronze and iron tournament play. I also bought some cards and bought some clubhouse cards with the clubhouse stars and then sold them. I flipped them immediately for perfect points. So now enough perfect points that if I want to, I can probably get enough variants to enter like a 5 variant limit tournament, or we could pick up some LEs or some PTCS cards to keep entering the non-variant tournaments. But again, wanted to show new players that you don't have to sit on the sidelines for the rest of the cycle. You can jump in. Here's Trod, one of the new players. They're 36 in Draft Weekly, so that's great. There's Justin at 42nd place. There's my alts. There's Low Diamond Phillips at 49th place. 49th place with 62 points. Okay, we're now to screen number 3. Okay, we're now screen 4. We're getting close to the cutoff. And I still haven't seen 2 of my teams. There's Clay Dog at 98th place. Max, you're in 5 as of right now. That's awesome. Are you going to try to go for that 6, or are you going to just try to shore up those 5? There's Skyrola at 122. Okay, the cutoff is 40 points. A little less than double the week 1 total. Oh, yeah, so you're going to have to keep grinding draft daily. What's the one you're missing? Okay, so the teams I couldn't find are the Phonics team. They were 339th place. Oh, we've moved to 185. Very nice. Very nice. Good progress. 32 points. So we're 8 points out of the cutoff right now. So we're out of qualifying position, but in the top 200. And then the Llamas. I haven't seen the Llamas. 216th place. Oh, so we fell pretty hard. We were in 128th place and we fell to 216. We only gained 1 point in that whole week. So that'll really drop you pretty hard if you only get 1 point. Okay, so it's a mixed bag here as we go from week 1 to week 2. Week 1, the Phonics team was way out. The Llamas were on the bubble. The Llamas are now out right now. They're not even the top 200. The Phonics team moved up about 150 places, and they're now in the top 200. So what this helps me do now is when I'm entering draft weeklies, with the Phonics team and the Llamas team, I can focus on getting them into more tournaments that are firing earlier. And these other two teams will just play tournaments that kind of have like a longer time horizon. The challenge is the Phonics team and the Llamas team are on the same license. So they're still going to be competing to like try to get into tournaments sooner. Right now, I'm going to focus on, I'm going to give the Llamas priority because they're the furthest out. The brand new account, which I created again to show people you can still jump in and be competitive, they're solidly qualifying in Draft Weekly, and they're now in the top 200 for Iron Bronze. So I think we can get them qualified in both, which would be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get the point across that like you don't have to spend a lot of perfect points. You can jump in right away. Max has to grind Byron and tournament. Oh yeah, I don't even mess with tournament weekly, so that seems like a tough one to fit in with the others. So good luck. Yeah, draft weekly. If you get lucky and spike one, you're probably good for the cycle. Spike one, maybe get a second or a semifinal in another, and you should be good. It's a 4-week cycle, right? So I think you might have to do more than that. You might. It's a 40-point cutoff right now, so you might have to do more than that. But it wouldn't take a ton to get in. That's the beauty of Draft Weekly. You don't get a lot of chances, but it doesn't take a lot to get in either if you get lucky. Okay, so that's it for that. Let's go back to the focus for tonight, which is SmileyFaceJane and peak performances. Now, she has told me she's going to do a 2016. And I do have a pack giveaway form that's almost ready to go. We just don't know what team yet. And I was like finding out on stream what team we're taking over. So let's put the form up in the chat. Or in the stream, I mean. Let's see. Let me switch my OBS window. This is the pack giveaway form. We're going to be giving out 10 packs today. 7 packs for first place. 3 packs for second place. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Episode 557. It's going to be in the 2006 season. We don't know what team yet. We'll update this as soon as we find out. I did update. There are divisions again, so we have. Will they make the playoffs? Oh, will it win its division? See, this is why I like to do this, to do one last check. Yes, make the playoffs by winning the division. Okay. We'll make it to the World Series. We'll win the World Series. We'll play in the team in the Cy Young. Yeah, this is all right. The other thing I had to update was they had 28 teams in 2006, so I had to make sure this had 28 teams. These are the mouse hover questions. Are you... Where do you think this team will rank? First is best, 28th is worst in these 6 different categories. And then the rest of the questions are the same as usual. Oh, these are all different. That I used to put the actual war leader, but I haven't been doing that lately because it sucks up a lot of time, and I don't know that it was actually adding a lot of value. In 2006? No, there's five. The East and Central have five each. Oh, no, 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 you're right. You're right. The AL has 14 and the NL has 16. So you're right. There's 30. And then so this is post expansion but pre realignment. That's right. I looked at the AL and just multiplied by 2. I didn't even look at the NL. So thank you, SmileyFaceJane, for that. So let me correct these now. Yes, Joey Porter. How can I help you? So 30th. 30th. Okay, well, there's people here, so you don't have to feel so lonely. Especially if you like baseball, you won't feel so lonely here. You don't even have to feel like baseball. Speckle doesn't even watch baseball, and she's here. All right, so yeah, thank you, SmileyFaceJane, for catching that. What a dummy! I just looked at the AL teams and I just multiplied by 2, so that's my mistake. All right. So this form is ready to go. I did update this little year. I keep forgetting to update all the time. So it said 1992. It was like 3 forms behind. So this is ready to go now, except for the team. So SmileyFaceJane, are you gonna do regular chat or voice chat tonight? Completely up to you. All right, you're gonna do voice chat. Awesome. So let me get the gaming channel set up. All right, bringing SmileyFaceJane, adding her to the stream. All right. Welcome, SmileyFaceJane.
Hello.
Chat, is SmileyFaceJane too loud or too quiet? Let me know. I will adjust. Everything is fine. Thank you, MaxLP80. Okay, so I guess the big thing that I'm excited to find out is what team in 2006 are we going to be doing?
I'm gonna be doing the Cubs.
Oh, all right. So the Cubs, they were dead last in the Central, and that's out of 6 teams. That was the 1-6 team division in 2006. So okay, well, taking over the 2006 Chicago Cubs. And I was actually living in Chicago that year, so I did see a bunch of games that season.
Oh, nice. So you'll be familiar with the team then.
Well, yeah, except I don't know when you. I feel like when you go to Wrigley, you kind of don't pay as much attention to the game.
Yeah.
You kind of pay attention to like how long the cup snake is forming in the bleachers and stuff like that. And so okay, the Cubs, who went 66 and 96, finishing 17 and a half games behind the St. Louis, or the 83 and 78 St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals actually beat San Diego, beat the Mets, and then beat the Tigers. Who would go on to win the 2006 World Series by beating the Padres, Mets, and Tigers in the postseason. It's kind of surprising. I kind of forgot that team only won 83 regular season games.
From
That's
which
wild.
team?
The Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they. Because when I was writing the first part of this, I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, the Cubs are 66 and 96. They're only 17 and a half games back because 66 wins is pretty bad. And I'm like, oh, the Cardinals only won 83, and they've won the World Series. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
like a
pretty nuts.
yeah. This is like in perfect team playoffs when the wild card team beats the 120 win regular season team.
Yeah.
All right, this will be fun. Just part of it will be, just getting past the Cardinals in the division doesn't seem like it'd be too hard, and then it feels like then the postseason is wide open if the Cardinals were able to win it. All right, so I think this port form now is ready to post. So let me go ahead and publish this and put it in the chat so people can start either thinking about their answers or if they're Psycho Ducko, start filling it out before the team is created. That's one of my favorite things Psycho Ducko does is he fills out the form so early and he still sometimes wins. All right, link to form for tonight's 10-pack giveaway. And we'll paste that in. We'll pin that to the chat. All right, good luck, everybody. It is a lot of questions, but we have a lot of fun with the tiebreaker, so hopefully you don't find it too tough to fill out. Okay, so the form is ready. Let's start looking at the team. So was it more that specific team or something about 2006 that made you want to look for a team?
Oh, after the Pedro sim, I
Yeah.
was looking for other great pitchers who like would have fun peak seasons on fun seasons to import their peak on like a pretty bad team.
Okay.
And uh, Greg Maddux was on the team. That was
Oh,
very intriguing.
wow. Oh, yeah, yeah. That'll be fun. Okay, that's great. That's a great starting point. That's awesome. Okay. So I don't think we have a 2006 run environment here. So let's just double check though. Oh, I guess yeah, it would just be up here. Okay. No. Okay, so we're gonna create it. That's no problem. Oh shoot! I opened it by mistake. I did not mean to do that.
Nerd's already onto something here. I am going to be going pretty pitcher heavy.
All right, no spoilers though, nerd. Oh, Texans. So what are we talking about making? So with this game, peak performances. Once you pick the team, so SmileyFaceJane is taking the 2006 Chicago Cubs. You can choose any 5 players and replace them with 5 peak versions of themselves. So you can bring a version from the future back to 2006 or take a previous version and bring them up to 2006. So it's really fun if you have like washed up veterans or like future superstars on the same roster. You can really have a good fun like bringing those peak versions together. All right, so we're going to create a new game, new historical game. 2006 will be in the Moneyball years. And we're not going to import the complete history just to save space. We're going to leave it in default mode. We're not going to import the real minor leagues again to keep the file size smaller. We're not going to do expansion. We'll leave those the same. Now I'm going to create the run environment first. So I'm going to put myself in here instead of SmileyFaceJane. And then we'll switch this to SmileyFaceJane once we actually create the quick start for it. Commissioner mode cannot be fired. But this will name it for the sim tonight, which will be peak performances in OOTP26, SmileyFaceJane, and it'll be the 2006. I think the Cubs are CHC. Is that right?
Let me check here. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. How'd you do in the playoffs this weekend? Are you still tracking your league teams? I know you're not doing
Um,
tournament play as much.
I decided I'd at least check in on my PAX team to send it to lap if I end up winning.
Yeah.
I made the high diamond playoffs, but got knocked out in the wild card. But I was
Oh.
lucky to even make it because I qualified in 163.
Oh wow. That's exciting. It's still amazing that you made perfectly with a PAX only team. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I think there's
awesome.
a good chance I could be back. I haven't been entering tournaments, but I did rip a bunch of packs after selling PTCS rewards, and I got a lot of the newer good cards.
Oh good. Good. All right, good luck with that. I like yeah, that's one thing I'm not very good at is like managing my PTCS rewards, and I like that you're like so efficient about selling off the ones you're not going to be using and turning those perfect points into resources. I'm just not good at that
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, so
It's
let's
really
set up the
tough when you
game.
have like six or now seven teams.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. But for me, the main thing is I just like playing tournaments, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not as focused on that other stuff. All right, so we'll leave scouting off. We're gonna turn off coaching. Owner goals always unchecked, but the owner will still bother us. We'll turn off storylines because that can result to retirements and stuff. We're gonna disable injuries. We're gonna disable suspensions. We're gonna disable all player development stuff, and that's all good. Face gen leaves unchanged. AI settings unchanged. Almanac unchanged. Database unchanged. League settings opens up a bunch of other submenus. League and teams is unchanged. Rules. Expansion, we don't want that, so 25 players to 25 players. We're going to disable trading, and we're going to leave disabled the automatic creation of free agents. Financials we leave unchanged. Options. I personally don't want pitchers to win the MVP because they have the Cy Young Award. And let's see. I'm going to turn off. Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn off manual Hall of Fame voting because I don't want to be bothered with that. And I'm also going to turn off human managers voting for All Stars. So I don't want to be bothered with that. And we're going to turn off the importance of popularity in the All Star vote. I think 32 is fine for the roster size. I know for like in 1977, I should have made it bigger, but I think for 2006, 32 is probably okay. So that's good. The rest of that is okay. We're going to leave these the same. For historical, I don't want players retiring or missing seasons according to history. We're not going to automatically import historical rookies. And then stats 9, this is the modifiers. These are very important. These right here create the run environment that feels like 2006. So we're going to lock that in. And we're not going to recalculate it when SmileyFaceJane brings in her new players. So we're going to leave that unchecked. All right, and I think that's it. We're all set up. So let's go ahead and save this for tonight. And we'll also save it as a quick start. So next time, if anyone ever plays 2006, we have it ready. So this is Create a Roster 26 2006 run environment. So this is the Create a Roster setup. 2006 MLB run environment. Create a Roster is just a community game that we play, but it's the one we use this setup for the most. So it's just a shorthand for me to remember like what we did. Speckle, thank you for redeeming stretches for Crouton. He is right here by my feet. He has very cleverly dragged his bed over here so he can have the best of both worlds. He can be close to the scritches, but also warmer on his bed. Okay. Scritches have been delivered. Thank you, Speckle. All right, so the quick start save, the game is a save. Now we can go in and actually set this up for SmileyFaceJane. So we'll update the name. Smiley face. Now we have to enter after these name changes. Jane, enter. American, female, and then everything else is set. Now the other thing we have to do is you have to give her the Cubs job. So we'll go to available jobs. Since we're in commissioner mode, we can just take over the job. So just by clicking this, it says apply, but we're just going to take over. All right, so SmileyFaceJane now runs the Cubs. We're going to delete out the rosters. Oh, no, wait, no. Sorry. I was thinking create a roster. We're going to leave the rosters. And we're going to start building the import file. Let me show everyone what I mean by that. Let me open up my notepad. And I'll find a recent one. Here's the one we used last night. So this will be perfect. Okay. This is what we're ultimately going to create. It could be any program that outputs a TXT file. I use Notepad. I usually use Excel to build the roster, and I have a column that then produces something like this that I can just copy and paste in. Got some help from Speckle, who reminded me of the concatenate function, which I used to be a big fan of. I just forgot it existed. And so mine puts this together automatically. Tonight we'll do it by hand because we just have 5 to do. We'll already be in the game. So it's player ID, comma, the year, the season profile you want to bring in, comma, and then the destination team. The destination team is optional, but if you don't put it in, they go right into the free agent pool. So let me create a blank one of those. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have to work with tonight. This is the 2006 Chicago Cubs. Lots of, like Mark Pryor, 4.5 star potential, 2.5 star current. Probably like the biggest piece here. Like SmileyFaceJane mentioned, Greg Maddux at 39 years old. The potential, it must be set to feature instead of peak. I usually have it set to peak.
I think you set it to peak when we import them, but right now, since it's just the normal import.
So where can I change that? Peak. Potential rating stars.
I think it'd be under league settings, historical, if anywhere.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good call. Yes. Remaining peak seasons. I like to have this as peak seasons of career. Because then you can see relative to their peak, where are they? Instead of where are they relative to what's left. I realized I just didn't realize I have that. That's the default. So I'm going to have to change that for other seasons too. So this is better because now we get to see.
I think you have to recalc it. Maybe. Oh no, you don't apparently.
Well, that's weird though because Maddux is showing up as a 3-star still.
A lot of guys like numbers just changed in general though. Pryor's potential down. Barrett, his overall went down.
Yeah, but Maddux has stayed the same.
Marshall's on the team now.
It shouldn't have changed the personnel. Did Marshall get added, or did we just not notice him because his potential was so low?
Marshall and Bynum got added from the reserves, I think.
Oh, that's weird.
Unless I don't know. Yeah, we can fix it all later.
Yeah. Okay, so since we already talked about Maddux, do you want to go ahead and should we just add him first?
Oh yeah, sure.
He was like the driving. Look at these achievements. Amazing. All you see are the sign awards and the Gold Gloves. You don't even see the rest because they're behind the logo. Guess what? There should be some Silver Sluggers, right? There should be a bunch of championship rings. Like we're not even seeing all those.
I think it doesn't import the championships for players when it just in general in the game.
Oh, okay. So it only adds them as if you win them during your sim.
Yeah, at least that's how I remember it from when the last time I played base game. Maybe that's been.
Yeah, no, that could be right. That could be right. Okay, so let's go to first. Let's get his player ID, which is under editor. Okay, and then let's take a look at his real life stats. You got a ton of great seasons to pick from. Which one did you end up deciding with ultimately?
The 1995.
Yeah, this one's sick. the 245 ERA plus actually overshadowed by the 1994 256 ERA plus, but this one has the lower WHIP. I do
almost
like this.
Strike out more, lower walks.
Yeah. This is 1995. Really nice choice here. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the roster here. All right. Where do you want to take us next? Pitching or hitting?
Um, well, we'll go with the next name that you brought up earlier, Mark Pryor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mark Pryor, who's in the reserve. This is a SmileyFaceJane innovation. I never thought to look in the reserve, and then she did it on her first run. I'm like, that is so smart. All right, so Mark Pryor, let's get his player ID. Just going to copy that. It makes it so much more fun, too, to look at the reserve.
Oh, definitely.
Right. And then real life stats. All right, here we go.
It's got to be the 2003.
Yeah, there's no doubt. One of the biggest, like, what if players, right, of that era. If he could have stayed healthy. Because he was just so dominant when he was healthy. Yeah, a 10.4 strikeouts per 9, 169 ERA plus, 18-6. I mean, just a great pitching profile. Okay, it'd be fun to bring a peak Maddox and a peak Pryor to the team. That'll be exciting. Yeah, by 2006 he was just done. He did start 9 games, but clearly done at that point. All right, let's go back to the roster. 2 really fun choices. I'm looking forward to this. All right, pitching or hitting next?
Let's go with the hitter.
Okay.
I think it's Derek Lee.
Derek Lee, yeah. So let's get his player ID first. As a Mets fan, he was one of those players like I hated facing, but when he was up, I had to watch. He was just so good.
Yeah.
All right, real life stats. So in 2006, he had
his injury proneness.
Yeah, 286. Only played in 50 games. Started 45, but lots of really good seasons on either side to pick from before and after. So.
We're gonna go 1 year back in time, 2005.
Yeah. This is a crazy, like, 335 with 46 bombs. Also the 50 doubles. That's all. That's.
Yeah, like we were talking about with Dick Allen, 100 extra base hits.
Yeah, that's right. He also had 99, just like in the sim. Look at that, 99 extra base hits. You couldn't get one more. You couldn't leg out one more double, Derek. Come on.
Well, I think Lee got there 53. Oh wait, I did the math wrong.
Yeah, he's at 99, just like Dick Allen was last night. 1080 OPS, 7.7 WAR. Just a great season. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't realize this was just 1 year before. Wow. I'm sure this also contributed to them only winning 66 games. Him not being there in the lineup.
Yeah.
That's a huge absence. Okay, so we got 2 stud pitchers, a huge bat coming in. All right. Where do you want to take us next, pitcher or hitter?
We only got pitch. Oh, and I was just looking at free agents. I noticed there's a guy there. Sorry.
Oh, in the free agency screen?
Yeah, there's a guy who imported.
Oh,
like shoot. It just imports with the season. Not your fault, but
let's see.
I think it's Andrew Miller.
Yeah, let's just delete him out. Okay. All right.
But we're gonna go with another reserve, Kerry Wood.
Yeah, when I saw Kerry Wood's name there, I was like, I wonder if Kerry Wood's gonna make this list. All right. Yeah, especially compared to the potential. So this is a 28-year-old Wood. Let me go ahead and get his player ID first. All right. Yeah, so definitely well past his healthy prime.
We're gonna go with 1998.
Okay, his rookie season, 121 ERA plus, huge 12.6 strikeouts per 9. In an era where like it's not like now where 12.6 was still be eye opening, but not like crazy. 12.6 in 98 was huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be a really fun profile to bring up. I'll be curious to see what his stuff imports as. To get a 12.6 strikeouts per nine in 98, it's got to be something huge. So 1998. All right, 3 stud pitchers, a huge bat. Who is player number 5?
We're gonna go with Rich Hill.
Oh, interesting. 4 pitchers. All right, yeah, there he is. 26. It's hard to imagine Rich Hill being 26 years old, but there he is. Let me go ahead and just get his player ID. Nickname Dick Mountain. All right, let's get his real life stats here. Wow, this is his 2nd season. Oh, nice. Yeah, lots to pick from here. Look at this. You got to use the scroll bar to get the whole thing. All right, which year do you want to grab?
We're gonna go with the 2016.
Yep. Now this is a combined season, so I'll be curious to see which one we get. Do you happen to know? Did you already sim this?
Well, he just overall had a very solid. Overall between both teams had a great season.
Yeah.
So he imported very well. The .3 home runs per 9, 10 Ks per 9, a good walk number, and good. Like, it was just a very solid year for him.
But could you tell if it was importing the combined or the Oakland or the Dodgers version, or could you not really
I'm pretty
tell?
sure it does combined.
Okay, combined.
From what I can tell.
Yeah, this combined season is still great. Like, because the Dodgers one is kind of a small sample size, so it helps. The Oakland part helps build it out into a full profile, but the full profile is great. So 2016.
Because if it imported Oakland, I think his control would have imported worse for me. But if it imported Dodgers, then that would have been way better, and the home runs would have been worse.
Right. Yeah, so the fact that they were both pretty good probably means you got the combined. Yeah. Okay, so here's what the import file looks like. These are the 5 players this SmileyFaceJane chose, the years, and then we're sending them to the Cubs. Normally I would use FTM for Franchise Time Machine, but we're only going to use this one time. So the other thing I have to do is now I have to save this as a name that I'll recognize. And so I have my naming convention for this. Will be Peak Performances 26, SmileyFaceJane, and it'll be the 2006 Cubs. Okay, I just need to be able to find it in the game. All right, so we'll now go into the player import page. So we go to the manager pull-down menu, GM and manager actions, sign a free agent. This is where all the player creation and importing happens. If you're in commissioner mode, which you have to be to do this, you'll have this actions pull-down menu, and you can create fictional players, which is what we do for create a roster, or tonight we'll be importing players from the historical database. Up here you can enter players one at a time, but note also you can't enter their destination. So we're going to use the file that we just created. Peak Performances, SmileyFaceJane 2006 Cubs. And real stats. I talk about this every time, but I think it's worth mentioning. Up until this season, if you ever imported players across history and OOTP, you were actually getting a 3-year blended profile. So the season you asked for and 1 season on either side. And so normally that might be fine, except if you're importing, like even some of the seasons we saw, like the Mark Pryor season, you would miss the greatness of that season because it'd be blending it with the mediocre or even bad seasons before and after. So we asked for this cycle, and OTP developers gave it to us within a month and a half, which was great. So now you can choose 1 year, 3 year, or 5 years. 3 year was the old default, but we're going to do 1 year. And then for fielding ratings, we'll do entire career. For pitcher stamina, I like imported season. And then we're going to tone down the nerfing. This won't be an issue tonight. It shouldn't be, but I just like to do this just to be safe. Okay. And for some of the imports, like for our theme teams and for a specific one that SmileyFaceJane asked for, we turned off the nerfing for small sample size completely. And that's its own kind of fun. But it can also be a little problematic sometimes too. All right, so we're going to import this. The check will be, do we get 5 players imported? And then we'll know it should have worked. Yeah, so 5 players were imported. We'll go to the roster. And the first thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and shortlist the players we imported. So the 5-star Derek Lee, the 5-star Greg Maddux, the 5-star Mark Pryor, the 4-star Rich Hill, and the 4-star Kerry Wood. These are all the imported players. So we're going to shortlist them. And then if you go to the manager pull down and go to player search and shortlist, if you have all players selected, you'll see everybody here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add the year they're coming from, partly for our information, but also so that we can find them in different parts of the game a little bit easier. So Rich Hill is from 2016. Greg Maddux is from 1995. Mark Pryor, really looking forward to seeing what this Mark Pryor does, 2003. Kerry Wood, same thing here. Looking forward to this guy. And then Derek Lee. So, you know what? I am curious now. Let's go back to this view. Pryor came in with 75 stuff. Yeah, Wood came in with 80 stuff. Yeah, about what I was expecting. Looking forward to seeing what they do. Okay, so we do have to make some room on the roster because a couple of these guys are from the reserve. For Maddux and Lee, we'll just send the original versions themselves over to the reserve. And I think we can also do that with Rich Hill. Yep. Wood and Pryor came over from the reserve. So who do you want to send down? Here's the pitching staff.
One guy after reserves I want to grab is Ronnie Cedeno first.
Okay. Yep, no problem. Ronnie Cedeno. Okay. So now we'll have to take 3 players down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it'll be Juan Matillo.
Okay.
John Mabry.
Position player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Mabry, yep. Okay.
I think the last one was a pitcher. Can't remember who.
Sean Marshall's a 2-star. I don't think he was on this before.
Yeah,
so.
It was Marshall.
Okay.
Oh, he was someone I want to highlight, though. He had a very nice import season, if you want to look at it.
Yeah, it's probably the one his Perfect Team card's based on, right?
I'm not sure which one, but I imported his 2011, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 2010, and it imported 5 stars.
Nice.
I also imported a 5-star Marmol with 20
really?
control.
Even with that control, he was a 5-star, huh?
20 control, 5-star.
Amazing.
I was really tempted to go with that.
You know what? I think we did this. I think I did this in PT or OTP 24, but I should redo it now that we have the single season import. It was all like the worst control pitchers, but like the best worst control pitchers.
Oh yeah.
So that would be
really
fun to do.
It's a really good season. That'd be a cool one.
No, it's a really good squad. It's just, every once in a while they would just blow up and give up way too many walks. But it's like it was a really fun squad and tons of strikeouts, but also tons of walks. It was really kind of unpredictable. So okay, so we'll send Marshall down. All right, so you got 11 pitchers and 14, wait a second. Oh yeah, 25-man roster. So 2006. I think 11 pitchers in 2006 is probably fine.
Yeah, it seemed fine, especially because there's like actually days off as opposed to perfect team.
Right. So do you want to go strategy, pitching, or batting first?
We'll go pitching.
Okay, pitching. All right, let's see what the AI wants to do here. Okay, it's got Maddux as your 1, Pryor as your 2, Rich Hill as your 3, Kerry Wood as your 4, and Zambrano as your 5.
Yeah, I like the rotation order. We're gonna
Yep.
go always highest rested.
Okay. Yep.
Gonna switch Williamson to long relief and Wirtz to middle relief.
Okay.
And then all the middle relief, just normal usage, no secondary.
Uh, all the rollers to no signal. Do you want to leave Howard is used more often?
Um, Normal.
Normal. Okay. Cardinals fan doesn't want it to be the Cubs. You know what? The game I think does not account for this. But if this were a real life team, could you imagine this rotation? Because you have to adjust from facing Maddox one day to Pryor the next day with that heat, Rich Hill the next day with like his kind of junk ball, and then like Kerry Wood again with even more heat. So it's just like the adjustments from day to day would be so hard to do.
Definitely.
Oh man, what a fun pitching staff. Okay, anything else here on the staff? I know you said you want to do some individual strategy changes too.
Yeah, we can do the strategy changes now.
Okay,
Maddox and Pryor are going to go one tick to the right on pitcher stamina hook or starting pitcher hook, you know?
okay, yep. All right. So Maddox and Pryor. Okay. All right.
Then if you could sort by control,
Yes, no problem.
that is an issue here.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
Two of your
everyone,
starters at 35 control.
yeah, um, and one of them is an import with the carry
Yeah,
wood.
yeah, yeah.
So if you start at Wirtz,
Start at words. Yep.
um, pitch around all the way down, and then every player down from him that too.
Yep, no problem. So Wirtz, Dempster, Iyer, Ullman, Williamson, Wood, Zambrano. Okay. That should be everyone from that person down. Yep, we got them.
All right, sweet.
All right, what's next?
We can go lineup.
Okay. Actually, let's save this right now. We just did a bunch of changes. Get that saved. Okay. Yeah, let's see what the AI wants to do here. It's got Lee hitting third in every lineup, which makes sense.
So one thing we want to do, I guess I should just say the line. It's probably easier for me to just say the lineups in order. Verse right, we're gonna go.
Yep.
Terrio,
Terrio. Yep.
Lee,
Lee.
Aramis Ramirez.
Yep.
Then we're gonna bring in Michael Barrett over Henry Blanco at catcher and move him to cleanup.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yep.
Jock Jones at 5 is good.
Okay.
Merton up to 6.
Yep.
Cedeno 7.
Okay. Oops.
Pitcher 8. Juan Pierre 9.
Going with the kind of second lead off with Pierre. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't find a good spot in the lineup that I liked him, so I just kept pushing him down, and I ended up just doing it.
Yeah. But you also don't want him, I think, ahead of the pitcher, so I think this makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
You can probably copy that over to VL, and then there will be a couple tweaks.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so I can just do... Wait a second. Can I not just... I thought I could do a copy. Oh, I think I have to go here. If I go into it here, then I think I can copy it. Then I can go here, and then I can paste it. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so
then VL, we're going to move Merton up to 3.
Merton up to 3.
Aramis 4.
Yeah.
Barrett 5. Jock 6.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good for VL. VR, DH.
Do you want me to
We're
copy
going
the
to
non-DH to start off with, or no?
yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So let's copy this. We'll go here and we'll paste this in. Okay, so we have this. We need to put in a DH.
So the DH is going to be uh, switch Barrett from catcher to DH,
Okay,
and then we're going to bring in Blanco at catcher there.
nice. Okay,
And he's going to just switch the 7 spot with Cedeno, and that's the only change.
okay, nice. All right. Should I do the same treatment for the VL? We can start with the.
Yeah.
Okay. Copy lineup for select-handed pitchers. And then we'll go here and then we'll paste it in. Okay. Wait a second. Why is there a DH? I did this wrong. Hold on. Let's
I
go
do this all the
here.
time. I think you hit copy again.
Oh, okay. That sounds like something I would do. Paste lineup. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go.
And then, yeah, same thing. Barrett just switches to DH. Blanco comes in at catcher, moves to 7.
Okay. And then should we just do your backups and we'll take a look?
Yeah.
All right, so here is your VR depth chart. Do you want to switch everything if started tired?
Yes, please.
Okay. Any other adjustments?
Perez is not going to be a defensive sub for third base.
Okay.
Kind of hard to do two things at one time.
Yeah, I don't know why the AI does that. Like, I don't know what it's saying. Like, when is it going to do one or the other? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll go VL. I'll make these
actually,
changes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot
No,
because
no
I forgot to do this in mine. Blanco at catcher.
Blanco.
To be the defensive sub at catcher.
Oh, defensive sub. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like you would think the game would catch that if it wants to start him for his defense over
right.
Barrett.
Right. Okay. And then versus lefties, same thing. Blanco defensive sub.
Yes.
Take out Perez at third.
Yep. And that'll be all other than the if starter tired thing.
Yeah. I think we're getting close enough to the start of the next game where I'm going to make the request that they give us a single button that does this for us, that switches them all to if starter tired.
Yeah. I do think that would be a good quality of life thing just in general for both aspects of the game.
Yeah, especially perfect drafts. There's just so much having to do that.
Yeah.
Let's take Perez out of third base again, right? And then.
Yep. And then Blanco's already starting, so.
Yeah, so he's starting, so we're good there. And then versus lefties, we'll take Perez out. Oh, if starter tired.
And then there will be a couple strategy changes, but it'll also be pretty simple here.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
If you start by stealing.
Stealing, yes. Okay.
Pierre and Terrio are top two. They're going to go all the way to the right.
Okay. Okay.
And then all of the 25s.
Yep.
All the way down to the left.
Makes sense.
And that'll be all for that.
Okay. All right. Let's do a save of that. Very nice. These lineups, I like that you're doing the modern, like put your best hitter in the 2 spot instead of the 3 spot.
Yeah, I still it's hard to get out of it. Even if you're playing in an old era, it's like, why not still do it?
Right. No, I totally agree with it. It's just funny that it's so different from what the lineups are going to look like that you're going to face.
Definitely.
Okay. Strategy next.
Yeah.
All right. What's a good starting point strategy that we can work off of?
Moderate sabermetric.
Okay. And then what adjustments do you want to make?
Stealing and everything on offense all the way down except for base running.
Okay.
And we're actually going to bring base running down one tick.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially with our control issues. On top of me already liking to do this pitch around and intentional walk all the way down.
Okay. All right.
And we'll do hook starting pitchers one to the right since they're so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
That should be it.
All right. Thank you, Speckle, for redeeming Scritches for Crouton. Oh, I'm sorry, Crouton. I startled Crouton. Poor guy. He was snoozing. But he is enjoying these Scritches. Oh, yeah. Look at that. He's going into stretch mode. He really likes these. Thank you, Speckle. All right. I think we're good to go, right? Everything seems set.
Yeah. Do you want to take a look at that Marmol season first?
Yeah.
Because I really do want to look at how crazy it is.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me let's find him. Let me get his player ID. Oh, is he on the reserve? Oh yeah, he's on the reserve.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go grab this. I'm just gonna import him, and then we'll take a look. GM interactions, sign a free agent, and this way I can show people too how you can use this part at the top here. Do you happen to know the peak season year?
The 2010 is the one I'm looking at.
Okay.
It's not his career best ERA. That's actually 2007 by quite a bit. But 2010 is the year where 16 Ks per 9.1 home runs.
16.9. Holy cow. Okay, so here's the free agency pool. Here he is, 4.5 90 stuff, 80 home run suppression. Holy cow. What? 90, 80? I mean, I would forgive 20 control for that. That's wild.
That's pretty nuts.
That is, I mean, his perfect team card is built like this too, but when I see it in the base game, this is just crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I felt the same way.
Look at this. He's got a 75 fastball and then a top scale slider and then 2 plus scale, over scale curveball and changeup pitches. Unbelievable. And we know how important the changeup is in the base game. And he has an 85 changeup. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is where his stuff comes from. Because his velo is okay, but these plus pitches are crazy good. So that's a 90 stuff pitcher right there.
I was really tempted to use him over either Wood or Hill, but I needed the extra starter. But
yeah.
So tempting.
Wow. I used to play this game. I don't think I ever made a name for it, but I would go into a team, and I would, in the old scale, I would give myself 100 points I can add to, I think it was like 5 or 6 different players. And so for the new scale, it would probably be like 200 points, right? Something like that. So like for Marmol, you would just add it to control. Yeah, so you just add it to control, and you'd have just an incredible pitcher.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned about why power you get the double dip benefit, because I did it with the 1990 Rangers once. And I thought with Pete Incaviglia, I would add it to his avoid strikeout, and he would become a great hitter. It was actually better when I just added it to his power and just doubled down. And he became like a 320 hitting, 60 home run guy, because all those extra home runs got added to his batting average. And he became like a triple crown guy. It was wild. And so that's where I really learned about how like you get that double dip benefit in OOTP by increasing power. But yeah, I would love to increase this guy's control. He would be a beast.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Wow. Yeah, so let's look at that other season you were talking about. So this is 2010. 161 ERA plus. Oh my goodness, he had a 288 ERA plus season.
Yeah, so that one's better with the ERA, but
Yeah.
I don't think that probably imports quite as fun.
Should we take a look? Let's take a look.
If
Let's
you
look
want
at
to, yeah.
yeah, let's look at 2007. This is the kind of stuff I like to do in the base game, where it's just like why not just pull them in and let's see what they look like. 2007, right? It's already set up for the
Yes.
import, so he's also yeah, he's okay. It's interesting. His control much better. BABIP 70. We rarely see P BABIP over 55. He's got a 70, but his home run suppression. So here's the thing. 80 home run suppression is amazing, but like we rarely see this 70 P BABIP. I don't know
Yeah.
which one would actually play better.
I mean, I would probably lean towards the one that doesn't have 20 control.
Yeah,
But that is still like a lot of home run, and like the difference, like 90 is a lot of stuff. 85 obviously is too, but
yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, right? You would give up 15 home run suppression, but you would gain 15 PFF, and you would gain 15 control.
yeah, it's probably worth it for that one.
Although I don't know which I mean, there's probably some combination of stuff home run suppression that just makes it incredible, though. This would be a tough choice. But anytime anyone's taken one of these rare high PFF guys in creator roster, they've been a stud.
Yeah,
Yeah, this would be tough. We should do a sim where we just bring in both of these guys and see, put one on one team and one on another team and see which one sims better.
yeah, you could do that, or
All
like
right.
maybe do two different. Yeah, that would probably be. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm sure they're both going to be great, but it'd be interesting to see, like, on the margins, which is better than the other.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So let's delete these apps before someone signs them.
yeah.
They will get signed. Okay. Let's delete those guys. All right. I think the sim is ready to go. So let's see how we're doing in terms of ad break here. Oh, perfect timing. All right, so SmileyFaceJane, thank you for the channel point redemption. This is a really fun sim. I'm looking forward to how it goes. So I will see you in the regular chat on the other side of the ad break.
All right, sounds good.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on the voice channel today, too. That was awesome. All right, so that was SmileyFaceJane. Let me close down the voice channel. It's already off of this. Oh, and I think I showed you. This is the file we used. And you saw me use that single player import too. That's a fun tool to use if you just, if you like, I made a mistake on the file, right? That happens all the time. I'll just, insert the one name and just do it the one time. It's a lot less convenient if there's a big free agency pool. If there's a big free agency pool, I will just delete everyone and re-import using the list because it's such a hassle to find players in the free agency pool. But otherwise, like I'll use that single player import all the time. All right, so let's go ahead and save this, and also save it as a quick start. This is Peak Performances 26, SmileyFaceJane, the 2006 Chicago Cubs. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do 3 minutes ad break. This will be your also 3-minute warning on the pack giveaway form. When we come back from the ad break, I'd like to close out the form, take a look at the guesses, and then we'll start the sim. All right. Good luck, everybody, on the pack giveaway, and I will see you all shortly. BRB on. Alright, we're back from the ad break. Thanks again to SmileyFaceJane for the channel point redemption and the fun sim tonight. I'm looking forward to this pitching staff and peak Derek Lee added to this 2006 66 win Cubs squad. And let's also not forget, this Cardinals team is the one that actually went and won it all. So if we can get past this Cardinals squad into the playoffs, seems like there's a path paved for the postseason as well. Alright, so let's see how we're doing the pack giveaway form. Gotta find that thing. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Anyone else gonna get in? I'm gonna set up the spreadsheet version of this real quickly. Give everyone a little extra time to enter. I think Cardinals fan was in here. Texican, anyone else? Max LP80. Anyone else want to get in on this? Chance at some free packs. Just got to guess how this SmileyFaceJane led 2006 Cubs team with 5 peak versions of their players is going to do in the 2006 run environment. Alright, seems like we don't have any other takers, so I'm going to go ahead and close the form. Whoa, crouton repositioning. Alright, the form is closed. Let's take a look at the guesses. Whoa, crouton just flopping down on the floor. That was loud. Okay. Well, I think we can say right off the bat, congratulations to our one entrant. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give second place packs to SmileyFaceJane for redeeming the channel points and setting up the sim for us tonight. So Nerd of Anarchy, you win first place, and SmileyFaceJane. I guess I'll send it to your packs only team, SmileyFaceJane. But let's see what the guesses look like. All right. This team will not have the worst regular season win percentage in the majors. They will not be worst in the NL. They will not be last in their division. They will make the playoffs. They will make the playoffs by winning their division. They will make it to the World Series. And they will win the World Series. All right. Let's see what the AI thinks now. So I did save the quick start. I did save the game. So now we can just advance to opening day. All right, and let's go to MLB. Reports and info. Preseason predictions. A 103 win team from 66 to 103. That's insane. So 37 wins across 5. Oh, that's about right. 37 wins across 5 players. That's probably even a little conservative. Nerveki gets to 100 wins. All right, we'll see. Runs against 640, 3 point. This 3.61 yard, given the starting pitching you have, I think it feels a little high still. 300 more strikeouts than the next team, and fewer walks than all but a handful of teams. So that's exciting. You've brought in the second best hitter in the league, Derek Lee, coming in the number 2 spot. And, well, this is a little surprising. So Maddox is in the number 1 spot, which is not surprising. But Pryor coming in 5th, Hill 6th, and Wood all the way down at 10th is a wild. All right. So let's go to opening day, which is tomorrow. Our opening day is tomorrow. All right, let's watch this. It's a Maddox game. You know what? Let's watch a Maddox game, and I want to watch one of the flamethrowers. Let's watch either a Pryor or a. I think I want to watch the Kerry. I want to watch the Kerrywood game. So we'll watch this game, and then we'll watch the Kerrywood game. All right, top of the first, already threatening. Runners on first and third for Michael Barrett. Ground ball to short. Ooh, they're going to turn 2, aren't they? They do, and they get out of the jam. All right, Maddox already in trouble. Runners on second and third with 1 out, and a full count to David Ross. Oh my goodness, line drive into left field. Maddox is going to be down 2 early. RNG gonna RNG. All right, Max is given up 4 runs already in 3 innings as we head to the top of the 4th. Cedeno up with runners on first and third. Line drive into left field. Oh, the diving left fielder cannot get it. It's going to drop for extra bases. Should clear the bases. Yeah, that's a 2-run double. Maddox in trouble again. Second and third for Ryan Friel. 1 out and a full count. And it's spanked into center field, getting crushed. Unbelievable. All right, 7-2. Is Maddox still in the game? No, he's been pinch hit for, so he is out of the game. But he is on the hook for the loss. Line drive into left field. That'll be extra bases. That'll cut the lead. Second and third, 1 run in for Ramirez. 1-2 count. Fly ball to center field. That should score another run. Does. All right, the lead's down to 3. Cedeno up in the top of the 8th. 1-0 count with 1 out. Line drive over the second baseman's head for a base hit. But the run does not score. Bottom of the 8th. A little blooper in the right field. Okay, no run score. Top of the 9th. Oh, this is the AI surrender because it's 2 outs. Ramirez with a 2-1 count. Oh, I stand corrected. Ramirez goes yard. Michael Barrett 1-2 count. And there's the pop-up. Man, Greg Maddux just getting ripped in his first start of the season. This is peak Maddux. This is one of the most dominant pitching seasons ever. And he just got ripped by the Cincinnati Reds. Unbelievable. Starting the season with an 18.9 ERA is the 1995 Maddux. Okay, there's a no game for the Cubs today. We go to Mark Pryor. I want to see Kerry Wood, so we're going to quick play this game. It takes 10 innings, and the Cubs need to score 5 runs in the last 2 innings to win it. They still almost blew it in the bottom of the 10th. What is happening with this team? Amazing. How did Pryor pitch? Let's see how Pryor pitched. Look at this win probability graph. Wild. Pryor, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, only 4 strikeouts. Gumo, D-Block. Gumo. Alright, so let's go back to scores here. I want to see the Kerry Wood start. So, no game today. Rich Hill starting. 7-4 win. Nice. Alright, let's go back to Maddux. Oh yeah, Maddux throws a 2-hit shutout. That's more like it. His ERA is now down to 5.56. Okay. Let's now go to... Now, okay, this is a Kerry Wood game. So let's... Chris Carpenter at Kerry Wood. This will be fun. Alright. This is the other highlight reel we're going to watch. Alright, top of the second. Runners on first and second. Facing Encarnacion. Gets them to pop up. Top of the fourth. Encarnacion again. Ground ball past the third baseman into the corner. Alright, run scored. So it's now bottom of the fourth. Down by 1. Barrett on first for Jock Jones. Line drive into left field. That'll be a base hit. First and second. Matt Merton. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman. Takes it to the bag. Does not get the turn, though. So it's 2 outs for Ronnie Cedeno. Line drive into the gap. To the window, to the wall. That'll be extra bases. Run scores. Runner at third is safe. So Chicago grabs the lead now 2-1. Cardinals up top of the 6th. Kerry Wood still in the game. Facing Spezio. Oh my goodness, that is gone. That's a towering shot to right center field. The game is tied. Eckstein up in the top of the 8th. Wood has been chased from the game. He will get a no decision. We get a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Albert Pujols, runner on first, draws the walk. 2 outs, first and second, 2-1 count to Hector Luna, who lines one into left field. Runner had to check up, though, to make sure it dropped in, so I don't think he'll score. It'll be bases loaded with 1 out for Scott Spezio. Infield is in, goes down looking. That's a big strikeout. Taguchi up with the bases loaded in a 2-2 count. Goes down swinging. All right, bottom of the 8th. Derek Lee, huge bat from 2005. There you go, gone. That's what you were brought back in time for. 376 feet on that one. Ramirez comes to bat now. 1 out in a 0-1 count. Ground ball to the shortstop. About the opposite of a 376-foot home run, but it is a base hit. He is on base. Oh, looks like that was it, though. But it wasn't enough to take the lead. St. Louis up in the top of the ninth. Can the Cubs hang on to the lead? 0-1 count. Ground ball up the middle. Not a good start. Base hit. Michael Wirtz is on the mound. Aaron Miles crushes one to left, but it's right at the left fielder, fortunately. John Rodriguez smashes one to center, but the center fielder is there for it. Each one of those looked like a rocket off the bat, but I guess they're just routine fly balls. Scott Rowland, dangerous hitter, 2-2 count. Goes down looking. All right, let's see how Wood did in that game. Seven innings, 11 strikeouts. Nice. 113 pitches. All right. All right, let's go ahead and sim the month. Game winning streak. Derek Lee had a 9-game run streak. 17-6. 3 games already ahead of the Brewers and the Astros in the division. The Cardinals, who would go on to win the World Series in the real 2006 season, are 11-14. Derek Lee tied for second in home runs. And Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor first and third in strikeouts. For the month of May. Ooh, the division's getting tight. The Reds now have cut it to a 1.5 game lead. Another 8-game winning streak. Derek Lee and Jock Jones won Player of the Week awards. Still have not had a batter of the month yet. We are now just half a game ahead of the Reds. But we do have... we're tied with the Reds for the most wins in the National League with 33. Mark Pryor is still leading in strikeouts. Maddox and Pryor first and second in pitcher WAR. Finally get pitcher of the month and rookie of the month. That's right, Kerry Wood is a rookie. The 1980 Kerry Wood. All right. 52-27. We're the only team in the majors with 50 wins. 3.5 games ahead of the Reds. The world champion St. Louis Cardinals are 32-45, 416 win percentage. Very real probability that they will miss the playoffs. Maddox and Pryor tied with Tom Gordon with 11 wins. Pryor and Wood first and second in strikeouts. Wood is tied with Ben Sheets. And Dempster is third in saves. All right, let's sim to the All-Star break. Ten-game shutdown streak by Omen comes to an end. 55-32, only a game and a half ahead of the Reds. But there are only 4 teams in the majors with over 50 wins. And 2 of them are in the NL Central. Oh no, the Brewers also have 50 wins. Half the teams with 50 wins in the majors are in the NL Central. This was a mediocre division in real life. An 83-team Cardinals team won this division. And right now there are 3 teams with 50 wins as of July 9th in this division. Okay, let's finish today. 23-game streak without a run ended. So Omen gave up a run, in other words. Okay. Let's go check out the All-Star voting. Michael Barrett, third in voting at catcher. Nice. Derek Lee, wow. Imported Derek Lee, still only third in voting at first base. No one in those positions. Center field, no. Jock Jones in right field, 2.5 million votes for second place. Okay, Dempster wasn't imported, so Dempster still got voted for. He's fourth in the voting in relief pitchers. Let's take a look at the pitching stats here. Maddox is 12-3. Pryor is 11-4. Woods only 8-3. Woods' ERA is a 4.47. Maddox, who had a sub-2 ERA in real life, has a 2.89 ERA in this sim. That's wild. Okay, let's see who was actually voted and selected to the All-Star team. Okay, Maddox, Pryor. I didn't take any of the other pitchers. Barrett was selected. Derek Lee was selected. Jock Jones was selected. 5 All-Stars. But not the 5 imported players. Just 5 All-Stars. Alright, let me make note of that. I mean, we're not going to have a pack giveaway contest, but I still want to record the information, I guess. Alright. Let's go to the home run challenge. Derek Lee is in it. That'll be fun. He's facing Albert Pujols in round 1. Derek Lee advances past Pujols to face Manny Ramirez as Berkman and Howard on the other side of the bracket. And Manny Ramirez ends that. It's Ramirez versus Howard. And Manny Ramirez takes it. 17-16. That's one of the more action-packed finals we've seen. Alright. Let's go to the All-Star game itself. And let's go see what happens here. AL wins 3-1. Carlos Beltran hit a home run. Travis Hafner went 2 for 2 with a home run, an RBI run scored, and a walk. Let's see how our players did. Derek Lee went 0 for 0. They didn't even use the guy. What a waste. What a waste. On the pitching side, Pryor pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. That sounds about right. Maddox went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit and got a strikeout. And that's it. Okay. All right, building up the lead over the rest of the NL Central. 7.5 games ahead of the Brewers. Okay, again, there are only there are only 6 teams with 60 wins at this point. 3 of them, half of them, are in the NL Central. Maddox has gotten his ERA all the way down now to a 2.77. He is leading the league in wins. Wood and Pryor are first and third in strikeouts. $80 wins. Have we won any of these awards since, let's see, let's check out July. Oh, Maddox won Pitcher of the Month in July. He was 5-0 with 46 2/3 innings, 35 hits, 47 strikeouts, 2.12 ERA. Roland was the top hitter. Oh, this is the younger Tony Armas actually won Pitcher of the Month. Nice. All right, so let's go to the standings view. We're the one of only 3 teams with 80 wins: the Padres, the Angels, and the Cubs. The 2 World Series teams from this season, the Cardinals are 64 and 68. The Tigers are 70 and 65. I don't know that either one will make it to the World Series or even the playoffs. Derek Lee is 3rd in the league in home runs. Maddox and Rich Hill are 1st and 3rd in ERA. Maddox and Pryor are 1st and 2nd in wins. Pryor and Wood are 1st and 2nd in strikeouts. Dempster, 2nd in the league in saves. All right, let's zoom to the end of the regular season. We're definitely cruising towards the postseason berth after 66 real season wins, 100 wins, 102 wins, 103 wins with 1 game left to go. The only other 100-win team are the Angels. All right, Maddox came all the way back from that terrible start to win the ERA crown and the most pitching wins. Unbelievable. Especially since that includes, what was it, 7 earned runs from opening day? Sub-1 whip. Amazing. Amazing. Even his most recent loss, he got no run support. They got shut out. Because he's the league ERA leader, and he went 22 and 7. So he still lost 7 games despite leading the league in ERA. Oh, that's why I didn't even think about this, but like now that I see his past years here, SmileyFaceJane basically like brought him back from Atlanta, undoing their acquisition of him, and just bringing him back to the Cubs. All right, let's see how things end up going here. 22 and 7 for Maddox, 18 and 6 for Pryor with 282 strikeouts, 17 and 5 for Wood with 273 strikeouts. Rich Hill 13 and 8, not as good of a win percentage, but had a 3.24 ERA. Also for him, actually, I think pretty impressive strikeouts for 9, 8.7, but definitely hurt by this 3.5 walks per 9. That's almost as high as Kerry Woods. What was his real life? There's no way he was this wild in real life, right? Yeah, 1.3 walks per 9. For some reason, his walks per 9 have almost tripled. No, I forgot there's no wild card, so we're going to go straight to the scores view here. Oh, 1.3 was just of the Dodgers. Okay. That's a good point. Let's go back and see. Oh, yeah, he had the 3.3 walks per 9 with Oakland, so his total was 2.7. So that, yeah, that is kind of in line with what he ended up doing then. So, yeah. All right, so let's go to the scores view and okay. AL's going to start first. Toronto beats the Twins. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off. They head into the bottom of the 9th down 1. They score 2 and walk it off. The Angels win 6-2. The Angels are the other 100-win team, so I'm expecting a lot from them in the postseason. Okay. Let's do game 2 of the AL and game 1's in the National League. Twins win 6-5. They tie up that series at 1 apiece. The A's win 4-2. They tie up that series 1 apiece. Padres beat the Mets 5-4. Mets gonna Met. San Diego takes a 1-0 series lead. We got Greg Maddux on the mound for the Cubs. And, of course, they lose. Maddux does not get crushed, though. He's 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA. But 5 in the first. Those must have been a lot of unearned runs then. Let's see what happened. Yeah, Maddux, 6 runs. 2 of them earned. Errors by... Who made the errors? What? We had no errors, so how did we have 4 unearned runs? Pass ball or drop third strike? I don't know. How do you get 4 unearned runs? The drop third strike and then yeah, that's wild. Okay, when did that happen? Okay, I gotta see what happened here. That was the second inning. Let's just look at the game log. I gotta know how this happened. Okay. Starts off with two strikeouts. They scored 5 runs after 2 strikeouts to start the inning. Okay. Single. Walk, first and second. Single. Run scores. First and third, I guess. Strikeout, pass ball, reaches first. You were exactly right, SmileyFaceJane. Holy cow. Maddux would have struck out the side. And so everything that happens after this, the single, the double, all those runs unearned. That's wild. I just didn't think to go there with Maddux. I didn't think he would have been I would have thought that was like Wood or something, but man, that's brutal. That is brutal. Okay. All right. 4 unearned runs on a drop third strike. All right, Ales on a travel day. Padres win 3-2. They take a 2-0 series lead. Mark Pryor in the mound against Ben Sheets. It is a win 8-5. The Brewers do score 5 in the top of the 6th. All right, NL's on a travel day. AL resumes game 3. Twins win 4-1 over the Blue Jays. They take a 2-1 series lead. And the Angels win, taking a 2-1 series lead. Blue Jays win 8-7, tying that series up at 2 apiece. And the A's in 12 innings when they tie that series at 2 apiece. I really like when this happens. So the A's score 2 in the bottom line to tie it. They each score a run in the 11th to continue extra innings. And then the A's finally walk it off in the bottom of the 12th. The Mets win 7-2. They take a 2-1 series lead. And the Cubs lose a tough one, 2-0. They get shut out by the Brewers. All right. Padres win 12-5. They win the series 3-1. This is an elimination game. Cubs have to win to stay alive. Kerry Wood on the mound. And they win 7-3. Clutch. Kerry Wood comes up big. 6 innings, 1 earned, 11 strikeouts against 1 walk. What's his control? 30 control? 35 control, and he gave up 1 walk. 11 strikeouts. Clutch. Clutch, clutch, clutch. All right, NL's on a travel day. AL Game 5, 2 of them. Elimination games. Halladay against Liriano. Toronto wins it on the strength of Halladay's pitching. Halladay went 8 2/3, 7 hits, no walks, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts. The Angels shut out the Athletics. They take the series 3-2. So it'll be Toronto versus the Angels in the ALCS. All right, Game 5 for the Cubs and Brewers. Greg Maddux on the mound. It is a win, 3-2. No runs scored after the second inning. The Cubs jump out to a 2-0 lead. The Brewers tie it. The Cubs score in the bottom of the third, and that is it. Two of those runs for the Cubs driven in by Derek Lee. All right. ALCS starting off. Blue Jays win 5-3. All right, the NLCS is going to kick off our first Game 2 of the ALCS. The Angels win 7-4, tying up that series at 1 apiece. And with Mark Pryor on the mound, the Cubs win 6-5 in a bit of a shootout. The Cubs score 5 of their runs in the 7th inning or later. Derek Lee went 3 for 5 with a home run and RBI and 3 runs scored. Scored half the team's runs. All right, we start the Game 2 of the NLCS while the ALCS is on a travel day. Rich Hill on the mound, they take the loss 5-1. Wow, this is a total bullpen loss. Rich Hill went 7 innings, only gave up 1 earned run. Oh, I forgot to put the team on a 4-man rotation. So Zambrano's going to go to the pen. And let's see, where do we want to put Zambrano in the pen, SmileyFaceJane? I don't want to ask the AI because then it'll mess up all the stuff we did to set up your bullpen. So let me know in the chat where you want Zambrano to go. Do you want him just to have normal usage, and do you want him to have a secondary role? Okay, we're all set to go. Sorry about that. I didn't even think about it till just now, so apologies. Okay, ALCS, Game 3. First 2 games were split. And the Blue Jays win an important Game 3, taking a 2-1 series lead. The Angels win 9-0, shutting out the Blue Jays on 5 hits to tie the series at 2 apiece. Man, a 3-1 loss for the Cubs. They are now down 2-1. Game 5 of the ALCS. The Blue Jays win 6-5. They take a 3-2 series lead. And the NL. It takes 11 innings, but the Cubs win, scoring 1 in the top of the 11th. Kerry Wood, player of the game, despite getting the no decision. All right, game 5. Jake Peavy against Mark Pryor. And the Peak Pryor, they win it 6-2, but they had to score 5 in the top of the ninth to do it. Why were they behind? Holy cow. Pryor had 10 strikeouts in 7 innings. All right. Chicago now has a 3-2 series lead. All right, ALCS. Game 6. Toronto trying to close it out. The Angels trying to force a Game 7. This is a 100-plus win Angels team, and they are on the brink of elimination. The Angels win, forcing a Game 7. Awesome. But the Blue Jays win Game 7 6-4, so they will advance. They were ahead that whole series, I think, so well deserved. Okay, Rich Hill and the Cubs trying to close out the Padres. They do win it 6-2. Rich Hill is player of the game. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, no walks, 7 strikeouts. That's like modern era stamina, not 2006 stamina. 5 innings. All right, travel day before the World Series. It is the Cubs at the Blue Jays. Greg Maddux on the mound against A.J. Burnett. Ooh, it is a 3-2 loss. Maddux goes 8 innings, 10 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. That's a lot of hits for Maddux. All right, game 2. Mark Pryor against Ted Lilly. It is a win 5-4. Closer than I would like, but Mark Pryor goes 7 2/3. 4 earned runs, scattering 9 hits and 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. All right, travel day. With Rich Hill on the mound, the Cubs win 5-1. Rich Hill pitches very well, 7 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. All right, game 4. Chicago leading 2-1. Kerry Wood on the mound. It is a win 6-1. Kerry Wood throws 8 innings of 2-hit ball, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, and no walks. 10 strikeouts and no walks from Kerry Wood with 30 control? 35 control, 10 strikeouts and no walks. All right, Chicago has a chance to close out the Blue Jays in Game 5. Greg Maddux on the mound. He's had some tough outings. Hey, they win it. I'm glad he was pitching for that. Oh, he threw 2-hit shutout ball for 8 innings. Dempster comes in for the save. Man, that was fun. All right, let's take a look at some postseason. Well, first, let's go to the trophy presentation. There we go. Congratulations to SmileyFaceJane winning the World Series. All right, let's look at. Let's save this first. Oh, sorry, that was really loud, huh? All right, let's go to the mailbox for these. Great Glove Awards. 1184 game score. No Great Glove Awards. Who won them in the NL? All right, Mets legend Andy Chavez on left. Well, it almost seemed like every time we saw Maddox doing something, it was like questionable. He did not sim very well. All right, reliever of the year. That would be for SmileyFaceJane, Brian Dempster, 5 and 7, 35 saves, but a 4.35 ERA. So I don't think we'll be getting any awards there. Let's see. Yeah, no votes. No votes for our guy. Platinum Stick Awards. We should get some of these. Mark Pryor is pitcher, and then Derek Lee. So our two of our imported players got Silver Slugger awards. Awesome. Rookie of the Year. Kerry Wood is eligible. I'll be surprised if he doesn't win, and he didn't win. Kerry Wood finished second and only got 7 first place votes. Could you imagine a rookie going 17 and 5 with 273 strikeouts and not winning the Rookie of the Year award? Oakland did hit 30 home runs, but come on, 17 and 5 with almost 300 strikeouts. Come on. He had 5.2 WAR, which is impressive. 30 home runs, 270 average, 809 OPS. He's a 103 OPS plus player. A 103 OPS player, OPS plus winner, won over this guy. Man. At least he got the World Series ring. Okay. What's up next? Cy Young Award. Greg Maddux wins it. After that first game, that is pretty impressive to come back to do that. Maddux and Pryor finish first and second. Rich Hill comes in 6th. Kerry Wood comes in 7th. In your sim, he had like 9 WAR. Yeah, he just got rocked in game 1 and frankly did not seem like he was that good in the other games that we saw. Okay. MVP. Derek Lee wins the MVP award. The sole imported batter. Oh, Ugla had 9 WAR. Okay. Derek Lee. Maddux had 12 something in yours? Holy cow. Maddux was not... I mean, he still won the Cy Young Award, but he was not dominant. 30 first place votes. Derek Lee finished with 420 MVP vote points. 420. Also a 420 on base percentage. What are these signs pointing toward? He had 335, which I think is what he hit in real life in 2005. 55 home runs. He did get his 100 extra base hits. In fact, he had 105 extra base hits. Yeah, he swept it over Pujols. 55 bombs, 140 RBI, 335 batting average. A heck of a campaign. Let's see. Led the league in runs, led the league in slugging and OPS, 7 WAR. Alright, let's see. That was the last of the awards. You want to go over your form? Oh no. It's getting late. Let's see. Okay, let's go through them very quickly. I am still trying to get over this cold. Probably the flu, actually. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, Dervek, you owe me for this. Because I wanted to raid out. I want to be done and in bed. Alright, let's hide these. Okay, let's see. Worst record, no, no, no. Playoffs, yes. Division, yes. World Series, yes. Win the World Series, yes. Cy Young Award, yes. MVP, yes. How many regular season games? What was it? I think the correct answer was like 102. 104. So a pretty good guess there. 0 games behind, that's right. There are 5 All-Stars, guessed 4. Gold Glove winners, I didn't even write it down. I think it was 2. 1 was the pitcher. No, it was 0, I think. Platinum Stick Awards. How many did we win? Let's see. 1, 2, oh, 2. Pryor and Derek Lee. Guess was 1. The mouse hover questions. Mouse hover questions. Um, 355-218. Okay. Run scored. 14th. Not close. The answer was 3. Batting average. Not close. 12. The answer was 5. Home runs hit. Better. 7. The answer was 5. ERA. Close. 3. The answer was 2. Strikeouts thrown. First, the correct answer was first, so that's a right answer there. And then defense efficiency, 8th. The guess was 4th. Okay, home runs hit. Batting stats. 55 by Derek Lee. 50. Kind of close. Batting average, 335. That was Derek Lee. But Henry Blanco, did not have enough plate appearances. Henry Blanco hit 341. SmileyFaceJane, what did he do? What did he do in your sim? Henry Blanco had a season. He had 341, 909 OPS, 1.8 WAR. He was pretty good, but not. Yeah, that's a insanely good season for him. Good for him. Okay. But he didn't have enough at-bats plate appearances to qualify. So Derek Lee with a 351. Guess was 333. Very good, within 2 batting average points. OPS 1104 by Derek Lee. 10. What is this? 10. 1.09, so 1090. And then Batter War 7 versus 8. Strikeouts thrown 282 versus 333. Close-ish, I guess. ERA 2.59. More than a runoff, 1.59. Walks per, oh man, per inning pitched. What was the best one we have here? Maddox 0.98. Off by 0.1, so not really that close. Pitcher WAR 9.1 by Pryor. Wow, Pryor led the team. 11.1, so off by 2. Okay, so again, well, so why did we do that? I don't know. So because your batting average was 2 points away. We did all that for the batting average? Is that the deal? Alright, first place. SmileyFaceJane. What we're going to do... Is it SFJ PCK? Okay, so second place. You wanted to see because you used real stats adjusted in your head the closer they were to... I don't even understand what that means. Okay, we're going to raid into Midnight Sumo. We should be early enough that we'll still catch the end of the regular Sumo, and then I usually stick around and watch the replay. So, thank you, SmileyFaceJane. That was a super fun sim. The pictures you brought in were awesome. I'm a little disappointed in how Greg Maddox simmed. I'm glad he simmed better for you, so it was more of an RNG thing versus... his profile being nerfed, because we do have that happen. Some players just don't sim very well, like Dave Steeb, for example. So I'm glad it's not a systematic thing. I'm glad he just didn't do that well here. I thought the other pitches were a lot of fun, lots of strikeouts. I was a little surprised they didn't go deeper into the games given the era and when they were coming from, but I guess it also does make sense. Your regular season generally went better, but you didn't win the World Series. Oh, okay. Well, at least we brought you the title. That was a fun team to win the World Series with. And man, Derek Lee was sneaky good. I mean, I was expecting to bring the average, but the 335 with the 55 bombs was awesome. That was great. Okay, we have SmileyFaceJane running another game tomorrow. So I'm looking forward. Is it a peak performance, SmileyFaceJane? I don't even think you told me that yet. Okay, awesome. Do you want to tell me the year? I mean, you usually tell me in advance so I can set up the pack giveaway form. Ooh, 1983. Okay, that'll be fun. I hope I get the number of teams right this time in the league during the 1983 season. 1983, like the early 80s, just seemed like such a weird baseball time to me because, like, because I don't have a frame of reference to the games, but from like a stats basis and stuff, it just seems like such a like offense was down and but pitching wasn't especially up. I feel like, and so I'm always fascinated by stuff in the early '80s. So this will be a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna raid into Midnight Sumo. We've got I think about a week and a half left of this tournament. We raided Ophi yesterday because she was doing her Twitch partner celebration Pitbull cosplay stream. For those of you who are here for that, I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast. They were playing some fun games too, including this like drawing telephone game, which I thought was a lot of fun. But But we'll resume the Ophi raids eventually. But we're gonna keep raiding Midnight Sumo while the live sumo is going on. All right. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. I hope for SmileyFaceJane's peak performances in 1983 run.